As of the taping of this particular podcast, the WNBA still can't define what a woman is. Now, who's to say in 10 minutes, 10 hours, 10 days, they may come up with a decision, but y'all, listen, I know I'm on a different level than other folks. I probably think too much. But these people are crazy. These people are crazy. They have been telling this lie, and what I mean by that, politics. They've been telling this lie, so now their feet has hit the fire, and they don't know how to put it out because they know. I hope and pray they know that a man can't be a woman. But honest to God, if they don't know this, then they're going to have to keep this lie going, lose whatever credibility they had as a league, and men is going to take over. And I'm hoping for that. Don't get me wrong. I'm hoping that White and this other guy and other men go in there and just dominate this league. I pray that'll happen because they're delusional. And I use the WNBA to set up the topic that I'm gonna talk about today. So I'm watching some independent journalists, and they were talking about politics and different court cases that's going on across the country. Not sure if you guys are aware. I'm pretty sure you are. Up in Massachusetts, you have two women who murdered their kids, and they're calling it postpartum something, and the doctors who was in charge of these women over medicated them, which meant tells that they're telling in court that they had psychotic moments. I haven't been following that much, but this is my point to that. You have these independent journalists interviewing some people dealing with the trial, people in the community as a whole. Now, I want you to remember that interviewing members of the community in a whole. And we're talking about Massachusetts. So this independent journalist talking about some political stuff down in Florida. I want to say it was, one of the bad parts of Florida, going towards Miami somewhere. He was interviewing these people. And, as a community, not individually, but as a community. Same with the guy who did it. He did like some street interviews up in Atlanta. And listen, Atlanta's a large city. I think it consumes 7 different counties. So I don't know what part of Metro Atlanta this guy was in, but he was talking to a whole bunch of people as a collective. And I can't remember what the heck they were talking about. The people in Florida was talking about politics. The people in Massachusetts was talking about these trials of the women killing their children. And it was one other, I'm not sure what state it was in, but I'm just going to take a shot and say it was somewhere in Colorado, somewhere like that, Denver. But it's a connection. Now remember, I started off with the WNBA. As a whole, as a community, from leadership down to the players, these people are delusional. These people are crazy. That's why I don't have anything to do with the WNBA, period. It's a league full of lesbians, a league full of leftists. They can have it. I don't want to have anything to do with it. When I watch the interviews up in Massachusetts, I saw one thing. I saw foreign faces. And I'm not talking about illegal aliens, and I'm not talking about stuff like that. I'm talking about, I saw faces of human beings, of residents that I'm just not familiar with. And these are citizens, to my knowledge. These are citizens, these are normal citizens who live in that part of the country. They're all white face. They all, I don't know how to put it correctly, but they just had that look of evil. And We're not talking about just regular Joes on the street that go work a 9 to 5. We're talking about very important people because they were all being interviewed. I just saw a look of evil. And like I said, they're all white face. I didn't see any brown people, any red people. I just saw nothing but white people. Go down to the interviews that I saw in South Florida. All of these are blackface. May have been a Hispanic up in there here and there, but all I saw was blackface. But just like the WNBA and just like these people in Massachusetts, totally unrelated, I saw nothing but evil. So what point am I trying to make? What I consider normal is the people, whether you were in China or Japan or wherever, when I was growing up, these are what I consider normal people. The people in your community, the people over here in Georgia, the people in Mississippi, just normal people. They didn't have that look of evil in their eyes. They just didn't. But I look at these white faces in Massachusetts and these black faces in Florida, and I'm like, I don't see anything but pure evil. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe these are the biggest Bible thumpers on planet Earth. I didn't see it, and I'm a damn good judge of character. And then, saw the interviews, and I'm going to say out west somewhere. I'm not sure if it's Colorado or Denver. It was out west somewhere. That these were a multitude of faces. Black faces, white faces, Hispanic faces, Oriental faces. But just like in Massachusetts, just like in Florida, I just saw evil. And if you get all these people together, the people in South Florida and the people in Massachusetts, and put them in the same room, they're going to hate each other. The black faces are going to call the white faces racist, white supremacists. And the white faces is going to call the black faces third world, scumbags. And all of them may be true. I'll tell you what I would call them. Demonic. Now, there's a lot of conversations going on about, okay, you see a person, you call this person demonic, and that's just not how it works. I don't know what spirit they have in them. I can only look into their eyes. And trust me, my 16 years of law enforcement, I saw evil. Dude, I saw evil. And that's something, just like if you ever smelled a body that's been dead 8 days, you will never get that smell out of your head, ever. I can never get the look of people's eyes out of my mind. I see evil. If you take the people from South Florida and the people from Massachusetts and put them with these people from out west, what do you think you're going to have? They're going to hate each other. Call each other all kind of names. But they're going to look at you and me as the enemy. Because we have that force in front of us, that shield of Jesus Christ. This is nothing facts-based that when it comes to whether these people were demonic or not, there's nothing factual about that. I'm just telling you what I saw. And if I'm wrong, I'll be the first person on this earth to tell you I'm wrong. But I put all that, and I think I said this maybe last week sometime. That's what's going on in our world, the faces that you see in our world. All you gotta do is study the WNBA. And that'll tell you everything you need to know. And listen, I'm gonna try my best to make my last show doing anything about the WNBA. That's not my world. That's not the world I want to live in. Following that garbage. I saw Cheryl Miller, one of my all-time favorite female athletes, commenting on this. And I'm like, Cheryl. I know you live in an alphabet mafia world and you're a part of all that bullshit, but come on. You're a woman. I can't pull my pants down and tell you that I'm the same as you because it's obvious that I'm not. Anyway, don't know if you understood the point I was trying to make with this story, but it's all true. Like I said, whether these people are demonic or not, are they possessing? I don't know. I'm just telling you what I saw. But what is factual is that you put all these people in the same room together, they're gonna hate each other, call each other names, but they're gonna look at me as the enemy. And we all know why. But anyway, I appreciate you guys. I love you. In the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, you guys stay blessed. And I'll see you next time.